Hello everyone, I'm Crick Coder and in this video I will be doing a review of match 37 between CSK and GT. So this match was played at the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium in Chepauk, Chennai, and this was a day game which started at 3:30 p.m. So the venues for matches between these two teams were swapped due to the municipal corporation elections in Ahmedabad. Earlier this match was scheduled to be played in Ahmedabad, but after the swap this match was played in Chennai. So GT won the toss and they decided to bowl first. CSK managed to score just 158 runs in the first innings and GT easily chased down the target in just 16.4 overs. Kagiso Rabada was given the player of the match for his excellent spell of 4 overs, 3 for 25. Now let's start with the play 11 for the match. So for CSK, there was one change with Urvil Patel coming in for Mukesh Chaudhary and Sarfaraz Khan was the impact player who came in for Urvil Patel. For GT, there was also one change with Arshad Khan coming in for Prasidh Krishna and GT didn't use the impact player as they didn't require it. Now let's start with the first innings. So Mohammad Siraj started the innings very well, giving away just one run to Sanju Samson. But in the next over, Samson hit two fours to Kagiso Rabada to score 10 runs. Then Ruturaj Gaikwad also got into the act, hitting two fours of Mohammad Siraj to score 10 runs in the next over. Then Rabada bowled an excellent over to first get rid of Sanju Samson and then to dismiss Urvil Patel after getting hit for a 4. CSK immediately made an impact sub and brought in Sarfaraz Khan in place of Urvil Patel, but he also got out in the next over of Mohammad Siraj. At the end of the power play, CSK had scored only 28 runs at the loss of 3 wickets with Ruturaj and Dewar Brevis at the crease. Manav Sutar and Holder bowled the next 4 overs, giving away just 15 runs. Sutar took the wicket of Dewar Brevis and brought in Shivam Dubey into the middle, who hit one boundary to Jason Holder. At the halfway mark, CSK were struggling on 43 for 4 with Ruturaj Gaikwad batting on 18 from 27 balls. Then Arshad Khan came into the attack and on the first ball itself, he induced an inside edge of Shivam Dubey, but Josh Butler, the wicketkeeper, dropped the catch. He bowled a good over and gave away just 2 runs in that. In the next over of Holder, CSK got to 50 with a 4 from Shivam Dubey. CSK had scored just 30 runs in the last 9 overs, losing 4 wickets. Then Ruturaj Gaikwad got hit on the bicep by a delivery from Arshad Khan, but after that he hit 2 sixes in that over to score 15 runs. Again in the next over, Gaikwad hit a 6 to score 9 runs of Jason Holder. Then Rashid Khan came into the attack for his first over of the match and he went for 21 runs. He gave away 5 wides on the leg side on the third ball and then Shivam Dubey hit a 4 and a 6 with Ruturaj finishing the over with another 4. CSK reached to 96 for 4 at the end of 15 overs and then in the next over of Arshad, Siraj spilled a chance of Dubey. The ball lobbed towards Siraj at mid-off but he stayed still and then had to dive forward but could not hold on to the catch. Then Arshad took matters in his own hands to dismantle the stumps of Shivam Dubey with a good delivery nipping back onto the stumps. Then Kartik Sharma made a good start to his innings hitting a 4 on his first ball. In the next over, Ruturaj Gaikwad got to his 50 in 49 balls, making it the slowest IPL 50 since 2022. Then Kartik Sharma got out to Kagiso Rabada after hitting 2 fours. The first 4 was a result of poor fielding as both the fielders, Manav Sutar and Rashid Khan, ran towards the ball to catch it but neither went for the catch, with the ball just falling in between the fielders and going for a boundary. Then in the 19th over, Jamie Overton hit a 6 and 3 fours to Arshad Khan before getting out on the last ball. Manav Sutar bowled the last over and Gaikwad hit 3 fours to score 15 runs in that over and CSK finished the innings on 158 for 7. Now let's go through the first innings scoreboard. Sanju Samson 11 from 15, Ruturaj Gaikwad not out on 74 from 60, Urvil Patel 4 from 3, Sarfaraz Khan out on Golden Duck, Dewar Brevis 2 from 9, Shivam Dubey 22 from 17, Kartik Sharma 15 from 9, Jamie Overton 18 from 6 and Akhil Hussain not out without facing a delivery. Then in the bowling card, Mohammad Siraj 4 overs 1 for 23, Kagiso Rabada 4 overs 3 for 25, Manav Sutar 3 overs 1 for 22, Jason Holder 4 overs none for 22, Arshad Khan 4 overs 2 for 43, and Rashid Khan with a single over which went for 21. CSK finished the innings with a total of 158 for 7 in 20 overs with a run rate of 7.90. There were 12 extras in that innings, which included 2 leg byes and 10 wides. Now going to the second innings. So in the first over of Akil Hussain, a thick outside edge of Shubman Gill went for 4 towards the third man boundary. Then on the next ball, he hit a gorgeous 6 to score 11 runs in the first over. Then Anshul Kamboj bowled a good over, giving away just 2 runs. But the next over went for 17 runs as both the batters hit a 6 to Jamie Overton. Kamboj continued the pressure from the other end with another good over going for just 1 run. But again, from the other end, Gurjapneet Singh went for 11 runs as Sai Sudarshan hit 2 fours. Then Anshul Kamboj was also attacked with Shubman Gill hitting a 6 on his first ball. Then on the next delivery, a chance went down as Akil Hussain was not able to hold on to a catch on the boundary and instead ended up hitting his face on the ground, requiring some medical attention. Then on the next ball, Sai Sudarshan hit a boundary to score 13 runs in the last over of the power play. GT were in a good position at the end of the power play, scoring 55 runs without losing any wicket. Then Gill got stumped by Sampson off a wide on the bowling of Noor Ahmed, with Gill's foot being centimeters above the ground. Then Sai Sudarshan hit a 4 in the next over of Gurjapneet and Noor continued with another decent over of 6 runs. Then Shivam Dubey was brought into the attack and Josh Butler hit a 4 on the last ball of the over to score 7 runs. GT were 82 for 1 at the halfway mark, needing another 77 runs from 60 balls. Then in the next over, Sai Sudarshan hit a 6 with Dewald Brevis almost saving the 6, but his foot was touching the boundary cushions just before he released the ball after catching it. Then Sai got to his 50 in the next over with a single, and then Josh Butler hit a 4 to score 9 runs in the Noor over. In the next over, Sai Sudarshan hit 2 sixes of Akil Hussain to get 16 runs in the over. The equation now came down to below runnable as GT needed just 41 runs from 42 deliveries. Then in the next over, Sanju Samson put down a chance of Sai Sudarshan, and then in the last 2 balls of that over, Josh Butler hit 2 fours to score 11 runs of Overton. GT required just 30 runs from the last 6 overs, and now they were looking to finish the game as early as possible. Sai Sudarshan hit 3 sixes in the next 2 overs of Noor and Gurjapneet to bring down the equation to just 5 runs from the last 4 overs. Then the strategic timeout was taken, and after the break, Sai Sudarshan lost his wicket to Akil Hussain trying to finish the game. Then Washington Sundar came to the crease and after a single, Butler hit a 6 to chase down the target in 16.4 overs. Now let's go through the second innings scoreboard. Sai Sudarshan 87 from 46, Shubman Gill 33 from 23, Josh Butler not out on 39 from 30, and Washington Sundar not out on 1 from 1. In the bowling card, Akil Hussain 3.4 overs, 1 for 46, Anshul Kamboj 3 overs, none for 16, Jamie Overton 2 overs, none for 28, Gurjapneet 3 overs, none for 36, Noor Ahmed 4 overs, 1 for 29, and Shivam Dubey 1 over, none for 7. So GT finished with a total of 162 for 2 in 16.4 overs with a run rate of 9.72, and there were 2 extras which were wides. Now let's go to the fall of wickets. For CSK, Sanju Samson got out in the 4th over to Kagiso Rabada, nicking the ball behind to Josh Butler. Then in the same over, Urvil Patel got out trying to pull the ball and Holder taking the catch. Then Sarfaraz Khan got out again trying to pull the ball to Mohammad Siraj with the keeper Josh Butler taking the catch. Dewald Brevis trying to go for a big one got out to Manav Sutar with Shubman Gill taking the catch in the 9th over. Then Shivam Dubey was bowled by Arshad Khan in the 16th over. Karthik Sharma lost his wicket to Kagiso Rabada with Holder taking the catch at third man. The last wicket to fall was of Jamie Overton, caught by Shah Rukh Khan, bowled by Arshad Khan in the 19th over. GT lost only 2 wickets, with Shubman Gill getting stumped by Sanju Samson of Noor Ahmed, and then Sai Sudarshan got out to Akil Hossain with excellent catch by Brevis on the boundary. So now go to the top partnerships of the match. So for CSK, the highest partnership was between Shivam Dube and Ruturaj Gaikwad of 59 from 43. Shivam Dube scored 22 of 17 and Gaikwad scored 30 of 26. They had one 26-run partnership between Gaikwad and Karthik Sharma and two other 21-run partnerships between Overton and Gaikwad and Sanju and Gaikwad. For GT, the highest partnership was of 97 from 60 between Josh Butler and Sai Sudarshan, with Butler scoring 33 of 29 and Sai scoring 63 of 31. And the next highest was the opening partnership between Gill and Sai Sudarshan of 58 from 38. Now let's go to the graphs. So for the worm, you can clearly see the difference between both the teams, with the CSK worm not going at a greater slope. It is kind of lying down and going at a very slow pace till the 12th over. As you can see here, they lost 4 wickets in this period, and then after the 12th over, their worm kind of picked up and kind of went above, and they finished at around 158. On the other hand, GT worm, they kind of maintained the required run rate, and throughout the innings, they kind of scored, went with that run rate only and chased down the target in the 17th over. Now, looking at the run rate graph, so CSK, started with a run rate of around 7 in the third over, and then after the wickets fell, it kind of came down to touch, 4.09. So it was no very low run rate, and then after the 12th over, they kind of started picking up their run rate, and we eventually finished it around 7.9. For GT, on the other hand, they didn't even touch the CSK run rate graph. They started with a high run rate of 11 first over. Then at the end of the third over, their run rate was 10, and at the end of the power play, they were on 55, so their run rate was around 9. And after that, they didn't let it come below 8 and finished the game in the 17th over. Then going to the Manhattan graph. So first we'll look at the CSK Manhattan. So as you can see, in the first 12 overs, you count, they were just 51 for 4. And you can see the buildings, only 2 of them touched the 10, that were the second and third over in the power play. And after that, almost all were below 5. The 12th over went for 6 runs, but other than that, every over was below 5, and they didn't try to attack the bowlers. But after the 12th over, their buildings picked up, and they were high buildings, and they scored around 107 runs in their last 8 overs, with 2 overs going for around, one was 21 and another also was 21. So these were the 2 big overs, and the last over also went for around 15 runs. So they ended the innings well, but in the first 12 overs, their scoring rate was very poor. Now going to the GT Manhattan. So if we look at the GT Manhattan, so they started well with the power play, scoring, getting one big over of 17, and they had another 2 overs of 16 runs at the end. But they also had 2 overs which went for just 2 and 1 run in the power play, where Anshul Kamboj was bowling. But after that, they didn't have any such over which went for less than 5 runs an over, and they had maintained their required run rate, which was around 8. So they scored as per that, and having a few overs which went about 10 in the middle. Now looking at both of them side by side, so clearly you can see at the first 12 overs, CSK buildings were very low than the GT, but in the last 8 overs, CSK had higher buildings, but no GT had scored all their runs in the first 12 overs, and they didn't require that many runs in the last 8. So now going to the summary of the match. So CSK, as I showed in the graphs, didn't have a good start in the power play, losing 3 wickets for just 28 runs. And after the first 3 overs, they scored just 30 runs in the next 9 overs, losing 4 wickets. Yeah, the wicket was difficult, but I think they could have done a bit better in this phase, maybe at least tried to go at a runner ball. Also, I didn't understand the usage of their impact sub, as after losing just 2 wickets in the power play, they brought in Sarfaraz Khan as the impact player. It was very early to bring in an impact sub as it was not their initial plan, and they would have brought in Mukesh Chaudhary as the impact sub. I don't know why they changed their plan so fast within the first 4 overs to bring in an extra batter. For impact subs, teams generally try to stick to their original plan for as long as they can and only change it if it is almost no required. If they wanted a top order batter, then they should have planned a bit better, keeping Sarfaraz in the team and maybe having Karthik Sharma as the impact player coming in at a later stage. Maybe they didn't want to send Bravis or Dubey inside the power play and they went with Sarfaraz as the impact player. But I didn't like this plan. If they wanted a top order batter, then they should have planned a bit better, keeping Sarfaraz in the team and having Karthik Sharma as the impact player coming in at a later stage. Then in the last 8 overs, they batted very well to score 107 runs. But as I said earlier, they could have been more proactive after the power play. Then in the bowling, they needed to pick up early wickets, especially against GT, to have some chance, but they could not get it. Also, there were some catches dropped which didn't help them. For GT, they started very well with the ball, taking wickets in the power play, and they also dropped a few chances, and there were some misfields in the second half. Overall, fielding of both the teams was very poor. GT could have done a bit better in the second half, but they restricted CSK to a good total to chase down. And then in the chase, they started very well in the power play without losing a wicket, and they followed their template with top three scoring all the runs to chase down the target. Now let's look at the points table. So Gujarat moved to fifth position after winning this match with 4 wins and 4 losses, having 8 points with a net run rate of minus 0.475. Whereas CSK are on the sixth position with 3 wins and 5 losses with only 6 points and a net run rate of minus 0.121. Now let's look at the graphs. So CSK still remain on 6 points after this loss, and GT have moved to 8 points after winning this match. Now going to the position graph. So there is a change in the position with GT moving from 7 to 5, jumping 2 places up, and CSK dropping down from 5th to 6th position, and DC dropping down from 6th to 7th position. So these are the only changes after this match. So that's it in this video. Let me know your thoughts about this video in the comments and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.